Alright, so I'm back with Lucia changes now. I know you guys want to hear about this one, right? So I'll just read the balance change overview. So we boosted Lucia's close range links and combos for more of her element close range battles. With Lucia now being even more formidable in her element, she has increased ability to pressure on her opponents. Furthermore, Lucia has an increased number of ways to rush opponents down from mid-range and has increased ease of rushing opponents due to adjustments to her pokes on hit. So steady heavy kick promises big returns on crush counter and has a smaller hurt box on startup to prevent opponents from interfering with setup. Once the attack occurs, Lucia's foot hurt box expands, forcing her opponent's aim for Lucia's foot to trigger a crush counter. We've also adjusted the light and medium versions of Fire Spinner on hit. The medium version in particular pushes opponents back and knocks them down, while also allowing Lucia to rush in from afar on hit. In addition, Lucia can activate different attacks from Rogue Chase depending on V-skill selection, each aiding her maneuverability differently. We've included V-triggers in the framework to allow combinations of V-skill and V-triggers to synergize, and to create more distinctive aspects to decide between when choosing a V-system. So V-triggers have more activation points and returns, while V-skill 1 is selected. V-skill 2 greatly increases the damage of links and combos created from Numbing Needle, which is her run V-skill 2. Later, learn the differences between combination and give them a shot. Okay, so Lucia's standing there in heavy kick, right? So they reduced the hurt box backwards on the leg hurt box. They reduced the backwards. Reduced backwards the leg hurt box. That's a typo. 1 to 2 frames before the attack startup, and then they extended the leg hurt box after startup. So like it got buffed and nerfed too. When they were talking about they increased the return on hit, I really thought that meant that they were also like reduce the crush counter blowback on hit, because it pushes you so freaking far back, man. Like damn, like can you like, you know, do something about that? They didn't. So yeah. So crouch and light punch. So they changed the advantage from +3 to +4 on hit, so you can do stuff like this now. Oops. All right. So crouch and light kick. They reduced the pushback on hit and block. So this is good. It's 0 on block though, so you can do like 2 now. Street style set can now be canceled into critical art. So can now be critical art canceled. So that's this right here. That's a target combo. All right. So that's cool. That's actually good. Her Cyclone Spinner, the normal one, which is her run V skill. So the second hit can be canceled with the V trigger one. So that means you can do this. And now you're +5, right, on block. That's really good. And then her EX Spinner, you can cancel the second hit into V trigger 2. So that's self-explanatory. It's basically the same as this. You're +3, except it's just V trigger 2, right? So V trigger 1 / normal / V trigger 1 Numbing Needle, including the EX version. They changed the active frames from 5 to 7. So basically that makes it easier to do stuff like this. Hit this meaty and be like actually plus. You'd be like +4 if you do it right. But yeah. Let me see if I can get it. This will give me +3. There we go, +4. See? So it's easier to make it meaty and be plus instead of it whiffing. And then normal Numbing Needle. So they decrease the pushback on block. They increase the knockback time on hit on a midair hit, reduce the knockback distance on a midair hit, and then decrease the combo count limit. So I'll show you what that means real quick. So obviously on block they reduce the pushback, so it makes it goes in line with that, right? It makes it easier to be plus and stay close to them. So also the what that means is when you get a hit or something, so I can do something like this. See? And that's really good. You see that? So it's like 355. I'll do it again. 1 bar. That's pretty good. That's mid screen too. That's 355 mid screen 1 bar. Really good, right? So Rogue Chase can now be canceled to V trigger 1. So Rogue Chase is her shoulder. So that looks pretty cool. It's like +8, but the pushback is like a lot, as you can see. So you're +8, but not without a cost. So yeah. You can do like Stand Fierce. So that's decent. That's gonna actually be good though on like if you guys ever watch me play and you see like me get the anti-air V skill. You know, you can do let's see. You can do stuff like this. Maybe even Fire Spinner, yep. And I can do that, that's good. And they can do stuff like that. Oops, hold on. So that's good, or you know, you could do this. Oops. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm like... Okay, there we go. That's really good. Off of the anti-air run shoulder. That actually happens a lot. People jump at me, or they'll jump at Lucia players, and then they'll run, right? And then now they gotta deal with that. But also, this too. This too. So we'll just do this too. Oops. Oops. Look at that. So that's pretty good damage, right? Off of a run shoulder anti-air. That happens a lot, by the way. That does happen a lot more than you would think. I do it a lot. I know I do it a lot because it's better than this, believe it or not. So that's pretty much those changes with the numbing needle, cancel into V trigger, or the rogue chase. Sorry. So light fire spinner, they changed advantage on hit from 0 to +2. That's really good because that's one of the biggest changes I thought she needed. Because low forward to this, they could just jab you out. So now they gotta hold that, right? So that's really good. It's really good. That's what she needed. And then medium fire spinner, which was originally +2, it now calls a knockdown. So do stuff like this can be, you know, you can dash. +18, they quick rise. +19 actually looks like on quick rise. And then if they back roll, you're +24, so that's good. So you can double dash and be +8. That's really good. So yeah, that's pretty decent. And then they reduce it. So the EX and V trigger fire spinner, the normal / V trigger 1, and then the EX / V trigger spinner, they reduce the startup from 17 to 13. So this move overall is just faster. So like this. It's like I'll just show you on whiff. Unreactable, right? It's not unreactable. Or if you're in V trigger, you get like 5 of these. I know my V trigger timer is infinite, but you get 5 of those. I'll even show you. Oops. See? So yeah. That 13 frames now. The second attack has been extended upwards after the first attack lands, making it more like consistent overall. Knockdown calls from only the first attack hitting is now similar to the second attack hits. So I think that pretty much means like if you get like 1 hit of this, they'll still juggle like that. But I could be wrong. Pretty sure that's what that means, but we'll see. So normal hurricane spinner. So they changed the recovery time on landing from 15 to 13. So pretty much what that means is like when you get like a knockdown with this, right? And you dash forward, you're +4 instead of +2. And then obviously, you know, you can do the math too. That's also going to go to back rise as well. So now you're 2 additional frames, you're +9. So that's pretty good. So better Oki. And then V trigger 1 hurricane spinner. They extended the hitbox on the first hit forward. So it'd be hard to tell, but that actually goes forward on the first hit. And that's all you need is the first hit to go forward, because once they get hit, they get sucked in and then they get hit by the rest. So that's really good. So really good change. Wish that was the same for EX as well, not just V trigger, but you know, can't always have everything right. So the next thing is actually a pretty good buff that I was also hoping for, right? And you can go watch some of my previous videos, or my previous video on this about Lucia changes I like to see. And I talked about this change. So the standing V skill, the tap kick is what it's called. So the move continues on the final hit on block now. So that means what happens is now you get more V meter, because this doesn't really give you much V meter at all. So if you just do the first 2 hits. So now the fact that it continues to the final hit, you get a good decent amount of V meter. It's -8, or it went from -8 on block to -4. So that's really good. They increased the block stop on the 3rd attack, and then increased the block stun on the 3rd attack. And then the second attack's hitbox is now extended when the first attack is blocked. So, you know, making it easier to kind of get it going on block. And then finally can now be canceled with the V trigger or CA when the final attack lands. So that's actually really good, because when you do CA, you have a lot more time to confirm it now. So if I did like this, I have a lot more time to see that I got the hit. Or if I just did 1 jab into V skill, I can see that now and then go into super. And that's definitely viable. That's like wake up jab into that. That's definitely a viable thing that will happen. So that's good. And then if it's blocked, you're -4, so they'll get like a little small punish depending on who it is. And then one of the biggest changes to this though is so with it all being -4 on block, right? If you cancel the first 2 hits, you're plus. Oh, let me turn my V trigger back on. If you cancel the first 2 hits, you're +5 now on block, I believe. We canceled V trigger, yep. So +5 instead of +1, because they made it remember they made it -4 instead of -8 now. But if you let the last hit rock instead, you're plus like 14. That's really good. Plus 14. So yeah, that's really good. And then lastly, V-Trigger 2, tactical weapon. They extended the hitbox forward. So yeah, that's like the baton swipe. So I want to show you guys some stuff real quick with Lucia. So she obviously got some cool things like I showed you earlier, like I can do you know, the run V-skill combo after that, after the run V-skill combo after the crumple, right? That's good. But she can also do stuff like this now, like, you know, that's pretty good. You can even do stand V-skill now if you don't want to burn any bar. So if you get like so what you could do now with this move is like, I'm gonna put them on random. I'm just gonna show you it. So we'll do random block, right? So I see that it's blocked. I did that. Now I see it's hit. I can combo into it, but if it's blocked, I can cancel into it, right? If it's hit, I don't have to cancel into it, just like that. Right? So it's really good. So you can kind of just throw out run V skill now if you have V trigger, and then if they get hit, you know, it's good. Okay. So they be blocked again. Go and keep canceling. Cancel again. Cancel again, right? Wait, is this? Okay, this is random. Okay. Alright. Can do that. Or just take the Oki, right? And you're plus 17. If they back rise, you know, you're plus a lot if they quick rise. So that's really good. You can kind of just throw that out now. V-Trigger 2 as well, or V-Skill 1 EX version as well. With V-Trigger 2, you can cancel that into like the swipe. That's not in the patch notes, but I'm just showing you stuff now, so you can do stuff like this. It's fake though, they could jab you out of it, they could like 3-frame you. I don't know about 4-frame, but they could definitely 3-frame you, so be careful with that. And with V-Trigger 2, you know, that you got more, it's actually pretty good now, I think, because you can do stuff like this. Oh, my bad, sorry. See, that's really good damage. That's really good damage for one bar. See? Really good damage, one bar. Hurricane, look at that, see? So you pretty much get 400 damage now for one bar. So V-Trigger 2 is more viable. Even with V-Skill 2 Numbing Needle, it's good too because you can do this. Oops, hold on. That's pretty good, right? See? And then, you know, you could do stuff like this too now. Oh, so she also had a new B&B I want to show you real quick too. So this is her new B&B. So normally we would do this. Right, you would, oops. Right, and that's 313. Now you can do this. See that? That's 321. That's really good. And there's more corner carry and more damage. And, you know, the Oki is good now. It's really good. So, yeah, that's really good, man. But on top of that, you could do this. Oops, okay, hold on. I messed up. Sorry, this is new. This whole situation is new. See? That's meterless, see? So that's a little bit more damage. And the corner carry is good too. So, but this is more of like a mid-screen to mid-screen combo. You can't really do a full screen or like the last of the whip. So you gotta kinda keep that in mind. But yeah. That's pretty good stuff. V-Trigger 2 I think is actually good now, man. You get a lot of damage with it, and yeah, you know, you can cancel like the EX shoulder and stuff into it, and it's really good because I don't know if I showed you that, but yeah, you can do this. See, it's really good. So yeah, overall, what do I think about Lucia? I think that Lucia is definitely gonna go up off of this. This is definitely gonna make her go up, man. And then the changes were good. There were some changes I was really hoping for, like standing roundhouse. I was hoping the pushback would be reduced. So I could on crush counter, so I could get like stand fierce more consistently, because you know she only has one crush counter outside of the universal crush counter of sweep. So that would have been nice. Even giving crouch fierce a crush counter would have been nice. I was hoping that the V-Trigger 2 would have a reflect on the fireball, but that was just something I was, you know, I was just wanting. I was hoping slide would be better. I want to say I was hoping that her damage outside of V-Trigger would be better too. But and I was hoping that her range would get extended on her buttons, man. You know, like it would have been cool to have like low force slight more range, stand fierce have more range. I was seeing characters get range buffs. I was hoping the startup of this would be reduced to like 11 instead of 13. I was hoping that her mediums would do like, instead of 50, they would do 60, you know, but they didn't do that. If there is another patch, I hope they see this video and they kind of do some of those things. It does feel like they listened though, with the light burn kick being +2 on hit now, and like the standard V skill being -4 on block. That's really good. And then also making V trigger 2 better and V skill 2 better. So that's good, man. And I like the changes to them. I honestly couldn't think of what they could have done to make them better, but they did it. You know, they did it, man. Because now I can do stuff like this. See? So that's really good. And then if they don't actually tech, I found out you can do this today. If they don't rise for some reason, you can do stuff like this. Or no, wait. It was this. We'll just do this big damage combo. See that? You can do that if they don't rise, so that's pretty good. So she got some good stuff, man, with the V skill 2. I still think V skill 1's probably going to be the move, but V skill 2 does have good things about it, like the lower body going through projectiles, you know, stuff like that. I think it's on frames like 3 through 15, and it could be a decent option, man, to go through fireballs and stuff. But this is definitely going to make her go up, I think. I don't know how much it's going to make her go up, but it's going to make her go up, I think, and a little bit, you know. But we'll see. We'll see as the time goes on. Maybe they'll come out with something more and give her a little bit more. But these changes are good. I don't want to sound ungrateful. These are good. Some of these were the ones that she needed, in my opinion, and I was looking for. So that's good. But yeah, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. Let me just get what you guys think about Lucia. Let me know. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. All right. So take care. See you soon.